Good evening, viewers, and welcome to this edition of NTV Sports Page. It's Monday, 21st of June, and I'm Curtis Morton. In our headlines, Kieran Powell set to play crucial innings, and in our feature for this evening, we go back to the archives. We'll take this break, and I'll be right back.
Welcome to Nevis.
It's easy to believe that all Caribbean islands are the same until you visit Nevis.
Nevis is the Caribbean of a bygone era.
You will enjoy a most intimate vacation on Nevis. You're only a stranger here once.
We offer exclusive and barefoot luxury stays.
With only 400 hotel rooms, our island may be exclusive.
But the warm, genuine and friendly welcome is just everywhere.
We look forward to meeting you.
Visit nevisisland.com.
Well, I'm back and we start with cricket. The second test match between the West Indies and South Africa is intriguingly poised as it headed into day 4 on Monday, 21st June. The Windies team clawed their way back into the game by bowling out the visitors on day 3 for 174. However, that still left the Proteas with a sizable and challenging total of 323 in the lead. Windies captain Craig Brathwaite and division star player Kieran Powell would have started the run chase, continued the run chase earlier today. The sad news is that Craig Brathwaite went very early. Powell now will have to be battling to ensure victory for his team, but may well be battling to maintain his test place after some recent failures. West Indies have successfully chased totals of over 300 7 times before, but their batting so far in this series has been dismal. By the time you get this report, we would have known what would have transpired today, but I'll give you an update tomorrow. It could have been worse for the South Africa team, who were tottering at one point on 73 for 7 until top scorer Van der Dusen and Rabada teamed up to save major embarrassment. We hope that the West Indies will do the same today. Summary scores: West Indies 149 and 15 without loss at the end of day 3. Powell was on 9, Brathwaite on 5. We have heard Brathwaite went since that. They needed another 309 at the start of the day to beat out South Africa. South Africa 298 and 174. Van der Dusen 75 not out. Roach got 4 for 52 and Kyle Mayers 3 for 24. Sticking with cricket, the dates for the 2021 Caribbean Premier League have been adjusted to accommodate a request for the Board of Control for Cricket in India and the Indian Premier League for the Caribbean tournament to be brought forward. The CPL will now be played in St. Kitts and Nevis from August 26 to September 15. The tournament was originally scheduled to start on August 28 and end on September 19th, but that changed after the BCCI began talks with Cricket West Indies and the CPL immediately after it identified the September to October window for wrapping up the remainder of the postponed 2021 IPL. The revised dates will mean a tweaked match schedule for the CPL, which could impact the West Indies' packed home series, comprising tours by South Africa, Australia and Pakistan. Immediately after the ongoing series against South Africa, which ends on July 9th, West Indies will play a white ball series comprising of 5 T20 internationals and 3 one-days against Australia, which will end on July 24th. 3 days later, the Pakistan series kicks off with a 5-match T20 series, followed by 2 test matches scheduled to end on August 24th. The 2021 CPL comprises of 33 matches, all of which will be hosted at Warner Park in St. Kitts. Meanwhile, Cricket West Indies yesterday announced an 8-match white ball series between the West Indies women and Pakistan women and a historic 6-match white ball series between the West Indies women A team and the Pakistan women A team, with both series taking place in Antigua from June 30th to July 18th. The tour will see the return of women's international cricket to the Caribbean for the first time in 19 months due to the impact of COVID-19. Pakistan will arrive in the Caribbean on June 28 ahead of the T20 International T20 Series, which starts on June 30th. And of course, we are hoping that the West Indies A team will feature a certain Sonaldo Willett. Let's keep our fingers crossed. We'll take this break and I'll be back with our feature for this evening.
Gala WhatsApp and I send text. Me see the SMS. Me a fish show.
Send me a pic of yourself. One of you know where.
I have too much self-respect to send you a pic of you know where.
If you really love me, you will do it.
If you really love me, you wouldn't ask.
You matter to your family, to your friends, to your community, to you. Remember, you matter.
This message was brought to you by the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, and the Nevis Health Promotion Unit.
Well, I'm back, and tonight, sports fishing is in the spotlight. The year is 2016, and we feature excerpts from the annual Hanley's Road Fishing Tournament. Let's take in this.
Remember, we were here earlier this morning. It's a totally different scene now, with some of the boats just making their way in, just a little after 4 p.m. And let's look at the crowd now. These folks weren't here this morning earlier, but they're here now. And one or two boats might already be in, but the counting of the fish probably will start in the next half an hour or so. Definitely this one just being pulled in, and that's basically the catch that's been dragged in there. So it's a totally different story altogether. There's also another big draw this afternoon in terms of the crowd and the reason for the huge crowd. There's a car that's been raffled, and a lot of people here would have bought tickets, and so they'll all be hoping that they are the ones to drive away with that car. I'm not even sure if the car is here, but it's a huge possibility that it is. So
yeah, Sugar Hill String Band is gonna take us away. Frank, you ready?
The Sugar Hill String Band International is somewhere in the grounds and should be entertaining the crowd shortly. So this activity has been on for a few years, and every year it certainly attracts a huge crowd. Normally it's a big draw in terms of the crowd. look at the fish. We have some serious fish here. Beautiful fish. Can't believe that these are still out there at sea after so many fish have been caught in the past. And people are crowding around, trying to get a piece of the action. I think there's, first of all, a head count in terms of number of fish caught, and then they'll be dealing with the weight after that. Certainly some beautiful looking fish. I'm not too sure who is in charge of this particular catch, but certainly looks good. Now it's being weighed. So here's where the action is at the Indian Castle fishing competition. Well, more coming out. Trust me. So, more fish being counted. And more still in the cooler. I think we have another, this must be Gago now. So, a different set of, another set of fish being brought on the table. And some big ones as well. The longest one, the biggest one will be measured. So Mackie is currently doing the count. There's some anxiety going on here, the way some people are looking on. Some fish is being sold back of us here. one of the boats being pulled up. So Nene is doing the job. And it has to be pulled bit by bit because it has to go on rollers. There's an art in it.
It's a good time. It's a good feeling to be here in another village, to see all the community get together, and then we go have fun. And with my family, Michelle and Kim, they are so loving, and they are part of my family for over 25 years now. And we stay together. We bound together. The only person meeting right now is a good friend of ours, the Honorable Hazel Brandy, but she cannot be here for circumstances beyond our control. So we just pay respect to her. Bye, Hazel. We love you.
Here today, which happens to fall in love with his anthem. He said he can't do what the people talking. One cracker. Keep up.
The drummers have changed again. CJ apparently says his shoulder is hurting him. The money is still there. Who is going to pick up the money? That's the big interest right now. Money is blowing away. money has gone in. I don't think they see the $10 behind here. There's a $10 behind. They don't have to worry about. Is the money gone? The money, some is left.
That's our package for this evening. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you are not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and sacrifice. Have a good night.